Hey everyone, Nux Free here, and today I'm back doing another video on Sonic the Hedgehog, the usual topic here. So today we will just be doing a discussion on the Sonic 25th Anniversary game reveal, which as of the day I'm recording this, and the day you're listening to this, is only a few days away. Either way, the reveal is almost here, and it's going to be a really interesting time, because this is a game that a lot of Sonic fans have been dying to see and have been aching to see information from for ages. So what I'm going to do is give my final thoughts going into the reveal of the next Sonic game. Basically, I'm going to get off my chest any last thoughts in my mind I've had these past few months while waiting for the reveal, and talk about what I think of Sonic as of now and his potential future. So now, with the introduction out of the way, let's start the video. Alright, so going off the topics I have listed here, I want to talk about the anniversary's build-up, which is basically the advertisement, the hype, and everything leading to the big announcement. And right now, I'm going to say full force that the build-up and hype is little to nothing to me. First off, the biggest reason why I think that this is because there's literally no information that we know of to really go off of from this next big Sonic game, allegedly. And every time Sega or a Sonic rep mentions it, it just feels so bland and unexciting is how I would describe it. It sounds like, they sound like, yeah, well, we might announce a game at this event, and there might be a game this year, and yeah, there's kind of a game going on, and it doesn't sound really exciting to me. So for the past few months, I just have felt really not motivated just by this PR and by how the game is going about and stuff like that. And they did tease it at events like South by Southwest and at multiple Joyopolis. I'm sorry, it's Joyopolis is how you say it. But it was just the same vague and boring response no one cares about. And now, here we are waiting for this information that I feel like we should have gotten ages ago, in July at some random party in San Diego. It's literally halfway into the year and we still have not gotten anything concrete about the game. So again, as I have had to explain to people time and time again, I'm not saying Sonic Team should have to reveal all the information ASAP and announce the game to come out for tomorrow or something. I like the fact that Sega claims overall they'll start taking time on the games, and I don't have a problem with that at all. But what I really hate is just this no connection with the fans at all, and leaving us kind of in this dry state. But besides the lack of any building hype, the lack of information is what mainly annoys me, because I feel like it's not giving fans any idea of where to put our expectations, and so we're just sitting here waiting for a game we know nothing about and if it'll be a big game. Because in case some of the people at Sega or Sonic Team don't know, a lot of Sonic fans are building this game up to be the next big Sonic game. So it would be really devastating if the fans really got their hopes up for a big game with new exciting stuff, when really it was something nobody wanted at all. And there's just no indication of what kind of Sonic game this is so far. I think the key thing Sega isn't understanding is advertisement and hype. The key idea of those two words when hyping a product up is really just to use exciting things to get the audience hype and be interested in. Like, here's actually a good example. I originally didn't really want to use this as an example, but I think I'm going to use this as an example. The Pokemon anniversary. With Pokemon, the series is having its 20th anniversary this year, and I think it handles it in a great way for a video game anniversary. For starters, we have lots of side stuff, like the cool merchandise, the spin-offs, certain re-releases of certain videos or movies and such. And we have Pokemon Go, which is the new mobile game that shows a new take and expansion to the Pokemon brand. While it is a new take, the point is it's there to reach new audiences while still keeping the original audience intact. This basically all keeps us grounded while we are along the way to the main games, which is Pokemon Sun and Moon. Those are the big anniversary games. And yes, there is Pokemon Go, and yes, there are spin-off titles, but they are more so meant to be treats along the trail. Also, when it comes to Pokemon Sun and Moon, while there was a period of quiet to get to the reveal, there was still build up to it. With the reveal day, they gave us a lot of information. They gave us dates, times, details, and stayed connected to fans. And it led up perfectly with the announcement to Pokemon Sun and Moon. And even after the announcement of Pokemon Sun and Moon, one of the key things I like that Game Freak is doing is they're still laying down a bunch of information after the reveal to keep fans, interested into the game with new trailers and all that good stuff. And I think it's a really well handled anniversary. Alright, so I'm really sorry for fanboying over Pokemon of all things there, but the reason why I compare the Pokemon anniversary to the Sonic anniversary is it just is not doing its anniversary nearly as well in those areas. Let's look at the games along the way with Sonic. We really don't have anything. Originally, one of the big games that we had was Sonic Runners, but that game is gone. It was prominent back in 2015. It was relevant and kind of prominent, and it did kind of hold us over during the drought of that year, but now the game is literally dead, and I'm still not even sure if once the servers go down, you can still play the game. But basically, it's gone to use as a product to hype for Sonic's anniversary. Well, okay, so that leaves us to ask, what other games can we use to hype up this anniversary? Well, one game Sega was using was Mario and Sonic at the Rio Olympic Games, but that's just a spin-off minigame collection sports game that we've already had multiple of those. It's nothing really exciting. It's nothing new compared to, say, something like Pokemon Go, a new take in the franchise. Now, maybe Runners would have fit into that camp, but again, Runners was a thing that just existed and temporarily hyped us through 2015. And it was one of the only major things of Sonic that year. And that was one of the reasons why last year was one of the driest years in Sonic history. But despite all that, some people would argue, but there is still one more Sonic game coming out, and that's Sonic Boom Fire and Ice. But there is one small problem about Sonic Boom Fire and Ice, and this is minus my personal opinion on the Sonic Boom brand and the Sonic Boom games. As much as I do not care about anything related to Sonic Boom, there is a small problem with Sonic Boom Fire and Ice, and that problem is, well, the game was moved to fall in September, which is literally even past the halfway point of this year, and past the reveal for this next big Sonic game. So not only do we have nothing really to hold us over from the main series going on, but now we don't even have Sonic Boom to hold over fans, which is... I really can't understand how fans can still feel hype with literally nothing really holding the community over. Which actually leads me to another point, which leads to the point that the communication with fans is just so lacking. With Sega and their social attempt to it, it's nothing really exciting, and it just comes off as trying to distract us from the product. And while there's nothing wrong with that, there's nothing wrong with putting out small things to distract fans from when you're busy developing a game. It's just the way that Sega is doing it, in my opinion, just feels so lame and just not really something I care about. Think the Sonic social media, for example. I have no problem with the Sonic social media and them trying to, keep us hyped and trying to keep us, with smiles on our faces while we're waiting for this big reveal. But one thing that I just feel so tired of is the same memes and jokes that we've dealt with for over a year now. Yay, Big the Cat, But I'm kind of tired of Big the Cat because we've heard nothing but Big the Cat jokes for over an entire year. So it's kind of getting old now. We're literally 3 to 4 days from the big reveal of this next Sonic game. When are we going to start getting, some hype up for that? I don't think I've seen, any of the Sonic media really mention that the big Sonic game that supposedly a lot of fans are hyping up is about to get revealed in a couple of days. It just feels so odd to me. Now, that's not to say there's nothing wrong with the things I mentioned, like memes and jokes and having fun with the fans, but literally when nothing of interest or any sort of information it happens, it just comes off as really bothersome to me. It's really not great build up to what to look forward to. The organization to me just makes no sense, and I can't see how some Sonic fans feel satisfied with this. Like, I see lots of fans just underwhelmed and not really caring about what Sonic is doing right now. But of course, some people would argue, as they usually do, but, oh, it's not that bad, or, oh, but Sega is too hard at work on the game. Like, I know that, but game development is not that hard to where you can literally have such weak communications with the fans like that. So with all the lack of hype and lack of anything really interesting to lean on, that only leaves really one thing left to really look towards for this anniversary, and that of course is the magic word, nostalgia. So nostalgia really seems to be the only answer because that's what Sega is doing. We've got re-releases to old games. We've got references to old games in the comics and stuff. We've got jokes about the old games. Nostalgia is the answer to everything, I guess. Well, in my opinion, it's really not. The reason why I just don't find nostalgia working this time and coming off as obnoxious more than anything is we've already been through this. We've already had anniversary and moments that focus on the nostalgic moments of the series, as every anniversary should. But with Sonic, it's just rehashing so much of some of the same stuff. Having the anniversary solely focus on it just doesn't amuse me anymore. I already own lots of copies of these Sonic games, especially the classic trilogy. Like, come on, man. I own 3 copies of at least Sonic 3 and Knuckles. At least do some interesting re-releases, like some of the more recent games on PC, or some remakes or something, Well, anyway, but one of the things that I feel makes this worse is based on a small update we got from a Joyopolis party in Japan. There's a good chance that this big anniversary game could be delayed over to 2017. So now we don't have any big anniversary game this year, apparently. We might have to do even more waiting, and we still don't even know anything about the game in the first place. So now the hype of it releasing this year is gone. Really, man? It's just, I don't know how to feel with this Sonic anniversary right now. It's just really unenergized. There's no information. The wait is all the way to 2017. Any hope of the game coming out this year has been destroyed a long time ago. So now it's even more waiting than before. And really, there's no side games that are interesting, like Olympic Games, who cares? Sonic Boom Fire and Ice, not even coming out yet. So it's not even going to be out till we already know about the game. And by then, we won't even care about Sonic Boom. We'll care about the next big Sonic game. And Sonic Runners is dead. There's really nothing happening with the Sonic franchise that's really making me feel the anniversary vibe, is what I'm trying to say. And that's why it's really coming off as boring, uninteresting to me. And so going into this announcement, I just am feeling no type of emotion other than just boredom and just want to see something exciting with the series again. Because right now, I'm already very iffy on the Sonic franchise as is, because I've told people this, but I'm really on the verge of just being in a bad mood with this franchise, just not being able to put up with much more of, just waiting for something to like about the franchise again, because that's not the reason why I became a huge Sonic fan. I became a huge Sonic fan because it had a lot of games and content that I felt appealed to me, and it felt that it really expressed what I liked about gaming, and that's why I joined the Sonic franchise and looked into the community. But nowadays, the community just feels empty and uninviting. The games just don't really spark my hype. It's just not really exciting with the Sonic franchise for me going into the announcement of this game. And I'm really hoping that when the game gets announced, maybe my mind will change, Maybe the announcement will be good and it'll get me kind of excited for Sonic again. But until then, really, I just have not felt any particular way about it. I almost even forgot about it because, man, time flies. Like, I still remember back then when we thought this game was gonna at least maybe get announced back all the way in 2014. Man, that was a time. Anyway, besides my complicated feelings, how do you guys feel? So what are your thoughts going into the anniversary game? Are you really excited and know that greatness awaits? Or do you feel slightly worried like me? You have concerns and stuff like that. Either way, leave a comment below and don't forget to like and share this video around with other Sonic the Hedgehog fans. Anyway, this has been Nux333, and I'll be talking to you guys later after the big Sonic game gets announced. See you guys later. Peace out.